Hey guys, it's Matt here, and today I've got this package here. You already know what's inside it, you already saw the thumbnail. Let's get this thing open and let's review this thing. This package here contains a laptop from one of my friends, and it's not actually kind of like any specific brand, at least not yet. The name of the company that this laptop comes from is called CPC. We might as well just get this thing opened and set up. So let's open the package here. Now, he did actually send me a couple other odds and ends. There we go. Alright, so there are a couple of other things in here besides what he sent. So let's grab this, pull it out of here. One of these is a cracked, but functional, iPad 2. This iPad 2 is iCloud locked, unfortunately, so he wants to see if I can do anything to get around that. I might make a video about that, if that's the case. And there's actually another iCloud locked iPad 2 in here as well. I think these are both 16, yep, these are both 16 gigabyte models. I've already got an iPad 2, one that works perfectly fine, so I'd love to see to get these things up and running. And then finally, here's the CPC computer. It seemed to have been damaged in shipping though. I'm gonna put this aside for now and we'll just see what happens. We've got the power adapter here, which looks just like any standard power adapter, so that makes sense. Then we've got, let's see, looks like kind of like an iPod shuffle thing here. Interesting. I think this looks pretty realistic. I think it's cool that he kind of threw this in here. I'll have to test this out and see if it works. Oh, it does light up though, so yeah. So it probably does work just fine. And then there's the little band that comes with it. And that's pretty much all that's in the box, except there's a QR code in here. I'm gonna have to see where this site leads me to. If you guys want to, you can scan this. I don't know where it goes, so. Okay, great news. This was not damaged in shipping like I thought it was. The battery had just unstucken from this and pushed the panel up a bit. And no, it's not because it's bulging. The battery itself is fine. What I'll do is get this thing stuck back. Oh, the battery just unplugged. This is a 256 gig NVMe or M.2 SSD, whoops. This further improves my goals to get like Linux and Windows on here. I want this to be my Linux and Windows laptop just because I am actually buying this from him at a heavily discounted price because this is not a for sale product just yet. Let's get this battery back in here. We're good there. These are loose, but that makes sense because they're not supposed to be tight. This screw needs a bit of tightening though. But yeah, otherwise this laptop, honestly, this thing is this thing's pretty cool. How much RAM is in here? That's an 8 gig DIMM. So 8 gigabytes at least, and oh, thing's eager to get out. So 8 gigs, that's not bad. I could upgrade this thing to 16 later, but I don't think I'm gonna need more than 8. So there we go, got the battery plugged back in, got everything that I need to basically back in place. Just gotta make sure, obviously, that the battery is adhered to the computer correctly, and this seems a bit bright. But yeah, just gotta make sure this is adhered correctly. It is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty decent. And just line this up again, get it stuck down. Looks good. Pretty much everything else looks good. It is unfortunately missing screws. I've got a bunch of spares. One thing I am actually planning on doing though is putting another drive in here. It's gonna be for something. Right now, the NVMe drive on here is gonna be for Windows. I'll probably put Linux on this drive here. Maybe even throw macOS on this thing because this is more powerful than my main MacBook Air is. So I don't know, maybe we'll figure that out. Alright, so I've got all the screws and stuff back in, along with there is a sticker here that says CPC with his logo there. Let's open this thing up and see how it looks on the inside. Just got a piece of paper here. I love this. That is a joke wallpaper that he uses for some... So already though, this trackpad, it doesn't seem to click. It doesn't feel like it should. I think this is a tap trackpad. That doesn't feel like it clicked. I don't know. I'll have to talk to him and just see if that's normal. This actually is a good keyboard. Looks like there might be, is there? Yeah, there's a backlight too. That's neat. I do have a feeling that the battery in here probably does work. Oh, keyboard came to life. Intel, okay, cool. So the thing actually does boot, which is not a surprise. And there we are. There we go. Obviously, boot screens and things are not 100% polished, and that makes perfect sense. It doesn't look like the trackpad clicks. Yeah, because I'm pushing down on the trackpad, and it didn't register until it detected that I tapped it. Like, you can see how that is, and I think tapping with 2 fingers here, it clicks. Yep, Okay, yeah. Okay, so this trackpad doesn't click. Or at least it doesn't look like it does. Windows seems to handle that well. macOS actually doesn't like that, so if I were to try to use macOS on here, we might have an issue, but so far it seems fine. Windows is obviously what this laptop is meant to run, and what's the battery at right now? 2 hours, 41 minutes to full charge. Ooh, wow, it is dead, so yeah. Neato, though. Yeah, stuff seems to be working pretty flawlessly too. It's still, yeah, it's a clean install Windows, and you can see the logo down here. Yeah, I'm gonna need to, obviously, I don't know if this is running the latest version of Windows 10. I don't think it is, but I'll make sure to get that updated. Yeah, this is definitely not running the latest things. You can see a lot of these apps here. Well, it does have the specific separate like Cortana app, so that's that. But oh boy, though, this thing is actually really neat. But yeah, what I might do, since there is a SATA port on this thing, I will throw a hard drive in here and make like a Linux video with this thing. I'm not 100% sure how it's gonna go. I mean, we'll find out. So let's just open this thing up here. So it's got a Core i3 5005U 2 gigahertz, which is the clock speed on this thing is 600 megahertz faster than my MacBook Air is. I think that these will actually get pretty close in performance. This might beat it just by a little bit. And it is running 20, oh, this is running 20H2, which I know 21H1 just came out not that long ago. I'm pretty sure he may have even shipped this before 20H2 came out. So far, things are going decent. Now, I'm not done recording this video. I'm gonna have to use it a bit and then come back when I'm done, so I'll figure that out. First impressions though, I'm loving this thing. This thing's really cool. I'll be back once I'm done getting updates to this thing, customizing it the way I want, kind of thing, yada, 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 yada. I don't think I'm going to need to reinstall Windows. It's not going to have like a bunch of the manufacturer crap on there because this is a specific, like this is separate from HP and Dell and all that stuff. So I usually always go for like clean installs on my PCs just to clean up some bloat. So that's why I do that. So I've been messing with this prototype laptop for pretty much the entirety of today. You can see it's pretty darn late. It is 12:14 a.m. So just getting this clip done before I head to bed tonight. So might as well, I just thought about it. I'm like, might as well just do that. So what are the things that I like about this laptop? Well, first of all, the keyboard. The keyboard's actually pretty nice. The keyboard on here is actually pretty nice. It is backlit, as you saw, and you can see how it looks when it's not on. Let me turn it back on. So you can see that's what the keyboard looks like. I love the backlit keyboard. It's really nice to use at night. Problem is, with this one, you can't actually adjust it. It's just on or off. Honestly, that's a pretty minor thing. I don't really care about that. Most Windows PC, well, not most, but a lot of Windows PCs, you can just turn it on and off. My mom's laptop's that way. So there's that. Another one is the trackpad is actually fairly big. I've got fairly big hands here, like you can see in my Apple Watch here. You can see how much space this is. So it's a pretty big trackpad, and it's really nice, actually. And, oh, side note, the clicking. I actually got it I fixed it. There was a problem. I think the screw that was in here that was too long, I went and grabbed a different screw because I disassembled it, and it started clicking again. So I had a feeling a screw was pushing up against it, but it's fine now, so I don't need to worry about it. And one other thing as well with this laptop too is it has a pretty nice display on it. It has, I think this is a 1080p display, so I mean, that's already pretty cool. Battery life on here, I would say, is okay. It's not amazing, and it could just be because it's not calibrated, so I mean, there's that too. But the webcam, well, let me open up the camera app here real quick. The webcam on here is subpar. Now, I'm in low light, so you can see this isn't really a great test of the camera, and the camera won't focus either. There we go. Not really a great test on like how the camera is, especially because it's in a low light environment. Yeah, I'm trying to move it so my phone's out of the way, but you can see kind of a low light environment, it's not that great, but for doing like Zoom calls and stuff, it'd be perfectly adequate. Now, what are a couple things that I don't like about this laptop? Well, one of them is the keyboard arrangement. I like the keyboard feel and I like all that, but the keyboard arrangement is a bit silly. I honestly think this is something that someone could get used to, just because, I mean, this laptop here, I think this is either a 14-inch or a 15-inch laptop, and they crammed a whole number pad in here with the arrow keys, but you can see they made some compromises, like the shift key's been squished to put the up arrow key, and the 0 key has been squished to put this key in here. Control key was also squished. You can see here's a full-size one here, and here's full-size shift as well, to fit these arrow keys. But I honestly think the trade-off is worth it, even if it makes a weird keyboard arrangement like that, because having a number pad, really, really nice. My MacBook Air doesn't have that, so that's really, really convenient, actually. And the thing is, too, with this system is it's actually, I mean, this is a prototype, so it's not going to have, like, amazing specs. I talked to Charles about this, and he said that he would put better specs and better chips and stuff like that in the later models of these computers. But this computer right now, if I go to the performance here, so the system is using a Core i3 5005U CPU at 2 gigahertz, as you can see right here. The thing is with the CPU, this is actually less powerful than my MacBook Air. I thought it would be more powerful because it's a higher generation and it has a higher clock speed, but it is not more powerful than the i5 that is in my MacBook Air. My MacBook Air beats it by like 15% performance, which is not much. But I will say though, the graphics in here, the 5500, these are better than the MacBook Air's graphics, which is the 5000 graphics. So this actually has a slight leg up when it comes to graphics, but nothing insane. So yeah, maybe this computer could like get a higher score in like a Geekbench Compute or something like that with a GPU test, but I'm not really fully sure. So I'll have to test that later maybe. But yeah, so far this thing has been honestly pretty good. I will say, I would put a link to the website, the CPC website. I'll put it up in the info card up there once the website goes live. It is not ready at the time of recording this video. If you try to go there, it just says that the website's not available yet because, well, he's bought the domain. It's not totally ready yet. We're still kind of working on it. And yes, I'm saying we because I'm actually working on a bit of it myself too. That's pretty much it for this laptop. This is actually going to be my main Windows laptop now, just because, I mean, it's super nice just to have a laptop as a PC, just so then I don't need to have a bunch of towers and stuff. And yes, well, I still have this guy running Mac OS and stuff. Yeah, I just like having laptops, especially ones that are like this kind of high quality design, just because it's just more convenient. And I know that this thing's gonna, like, just the way that this looks, it looks like a premium product. So very happy about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So yeah, huge thanks to Charles. I'll be putting a link to his channel in the info card. It's either up here or it's somewhere, I don't know. I think this camera might be flipped. But I'm very much excited to use this thing, and also with the iPads that I received that you saw earlier in the video, let me know if you want me to do anything with these, because this one right here, this one's iCloud locked. I actually have another iCloud locked one back there. The problem with it is though, I can't get this one to restore. I've tried, it keeps throwing errors, so I'll have to figure this one out later. But, so yeah, basically this one is just stuck at the connect to iTunes screen, which is upset. Yeah, you can see this one's not good. Anyways, pretty much it for this video. If you have any suggestions on what to do with those iPads, please let me know in the comments below. Anyways, if you guys like the video, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you like the content that you see on the channel, and obviously you have the dislike button in case you didn't like the video so much. This video was a bit different than the videos I usually do, even though my channel is called Matt's Tech. I usually focus on a lot more Apple-oriented stuff, but today I decided to do something a bit different. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.